What's up everybody, it's Seth from Fowler Customs, and today I'm comparing the Nike Lunarepic 2 Low Flyknit to the Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0. Thanks so much for tuning in today guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't yet, but with all that being said, let's get into it. So as most of you guys know, the Ultra Boost is pretty much my favorite silhouette, possibly of all time, but definitely of this year and last year. And that's because not only is it a super crazy comfortable shoe, it's also an awesome looking shoe and is pretty in fashion right now. So when Nike released the Lunarepic 2 Low Flyknit, which essentially is a direct competitor because it's in a very similar price range and they're gunning for the same customer, I had to grab it and compare. So with all that out of the way, let's start off with materials. The Nike Lunarepic 2 Low Flyknit, of course, is made up of Flyknit because obviously it's in the name, which as most of you know is a knit material and is super breathable and super comfortable. The Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0 is made up of Primeknit, which of course is another knit material. However, it seems to be a bit tighter knit and actually is a bit stretchier. So even though the uppers are made up of different materials that have pretty similar properties, they're actually kind of different. The Flyknit on the Lunarepic actually has a lot of perforations on the toe box to give you more breathability and actually seems to be a slightly thicker knit. The Ultra Boost 3.0 doesn't have any perforations on the toe box, however it is definitely a thinner knit and it's still pretty breathable because of it. Both shoes uppers are made up of a booty construction, which means neither of them have separate tongues, and they're both pretty much slip-ons. However, the main difference between the two uppers is that Nike's Flyknit is actually a much stiffer material than the Ultra Boost Primeknit. If you're wearing the shoe as purely just a casual lifestyle shoe, I would take the Ultra Boost upper any day. And the reason for that is because the knit is so stretchy and pretty thin. It's just an insanely comfortable shoe and you have a lot of room for your toes to kind of move around. Not too much room, but you never feel like your toes are too constrained in any way. However, the Nike Flyknit is a much stiffer material, so if you're running seriously or if you're doing any sort of training, this gives you a lot more containment and keeps your foot in place a lot better than the Ultra Boost does. Not only that, but the perforations on the Lunarepic actually allow this to be a more breathable shoe than the Ultra Boost, so if you have problems with your feet overheating or if you're really exercising hard, then this might be the upper to go with. When it comes to fit, Nike is usually spot on with their sizing, so with the Lunarepic 2, I'd say go true to size. However, with Adidas, their sizing's kind of all over the place and it's been like that for a while. So with the Ultra Boost 3.0, you can go true to size. However, if you want a more snug fit for training or just wearing or whatever, I'd probably go down half a size. The actual padding around the ankle of the shoe is almost identical for both shoes. The only difference is that the Lunarepic is a bit more snug, but that's pretty much it. When it comes to the lacing system, the Lunarepic 2 uses flywire, whereas the Adidas Ultra Boost has a cage. Both setups are nice, but if you're really looking for a more snug and contained fit, the flywire just seems to do a little bit better of a job, and I think that's because the flywire actually wraps throughout the entire upper, so when you tighten the laces, it squeezes the entire upper together. Whereas with the cage, yes, it does get it on the sides a bit, but really most of the tightening is around this part of your foot. Also, this Ultra Boost might not be the best example because obviously I wear it unlaced, mainly because I really like being able to slide my shoes on and off really easily. However, like I said, when you tighten the shoe, it does get tighter around the cage area, but most tightening areas are going to be right here where the laces connect. But continuing on, let's get into the midsole. The Lunarepic 2 uses a dual density sole primarily made up of a bunch of Lunarlon. If you can't tell, Nike coated the Lunarlon in this green material so you can tell exactly what the Lunarlon is. Whereas Adidas uses Boost technology, obviously that's why it's called the Ultra Boost. Both cushion setups are great and I don't think you can go wrong with either. However, if you prefer a more firm ride with a little bit more support, I would go with the Nike Lunarepic 2, and that's true for a couple reasons. The first being that the Lunarlon is encased in this stiffer material, and the second, of course, just being that Lunarlon is inherently a stiffer material than Boost. As I'm sure you've gathered by this point, the Boost is definitely the softer cushion, and for lifestyle wear, this is the cushion that I would recommend. However, for me personally, if I'm looking for strictly a training and a running shoe, I would go for the cushioning on the Lunarepic 2, and that's mainly because it provides me a lot of support while still cushioning all the impacts really well. The Boost, while in my opinion is more comfortable, it just seems to get a little bit mushy. However, if you're a bigger guy or just really prefer more cushioning, the Ultra Boost is the way to go. Overall, these are both awesome shoes and excellent performers, and it really depends on your use case to determine which shoe you should grab. The Nike Lunarepic 2 Low Flyknit comes in at 160 bucks, which is 20 bucks cheaper than the Ultra Boost. It's a slightly more firm ride, The upper is a little bit more firm and gives you a bit more containment, which is great if you're mainly buying the shoe for performance running, because this is honestly a great running shoe. It's also super comfortable and pretty good for casual wear. The Ultra Boost, on the other hand, has become more of a lifestyle shoe, and I don't think that's what Adidas originally intended for it. However, because it's blown up so much as a lifestyle shoe, that's what I would recommend it for. But with that being said, if you are a bigger guy, or I guess doing more distance running, or just need better cushion, this might be the option for you. It's also 180 bucks, which is $20 more expensive than the Lunarepic, so that could be a deciding factor for you. I don't know. Personally, I would take the Lunarepic 2 for training and performance, and I would take the Ultra Boost for pretty much everything else. That's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below letting me know which pair you prefer. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to Fowler Customs if you want to see more content just like this, and follow Fowler Customs on Instagram and on Twitter.